love, respect. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone. It's not, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. They try to project fear. It wasn't an even exchange. You understood balance when it came to rotation, catching your blessings, looking in the mirror, hold on 1 second. Yes, you was worthy, regardless who gave up on you that day. They overlooked you. They didn't see your faith. At the end of the day, you tried to shoot different, but you understood the multiply at the end of the day. To hold on 1 second, I was worthy of catching my blessings right to left. They would never understand the Heavenly Father, God, and Mother I serve. Under this, realized that hold on 1 second, they was keeping it real when it came to their word. No, it's a trainer told me always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. It's not. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I actually hope all is well in your end. And I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. And I say that respectfully. Where do we start today? It's a train of thought for me. Hey, neighbor. Hey. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a copycat. What about you? Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? No, it's a train of thought for me. Always be yourself when it comes to being authentic. They can never take your blueprint from you. You know that vision that God endowed within you. When it comes to your life, when it comes to hold on 1 second, treating yourself right, even days when you can't see how God endowed that gift within you to understand your potential, that one day you're gonna become your best self vision of yourself. That masterpiece that hold on 1 second, who would have knew? It would allow you to see a dream come true, allow you to choose you. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. They said you at King, your corner, you are nobody. They said you at King, your corner, you are nobody. But hold on 1 second, neighbor. The math wasn't not at all. Nah, it really wasn't. They saw that you had potential. You wasn't the issue when it came to their drama, was one sided. Understanding your worth, hold on 1 second, even days when you couldn't see. Relating to love language, who would have known that you went within? Patient time and day, it wasn't an excuse. To better yourself when it came to your mental health. They would never understand an even exchange. And hold on 1 second, you didn't need validation to be your authentic self. Far from a copycat, far from a hater. You knew how to respect your neighbors even days when you couldn't see. A love language that they didn't understand that hold on 1 second. How do you stand before yourself today? Understand the potential that hold on 1 second. God didn't make a mistake. Yeah, they got you lost in the sauce. They said that you're whacking your corner, you are nobody, but folks was actually rooting you on. And they was actually taking notes. Hold on 1 second. The haters in the back, they was sitting there taking notes, paying you out to be the villain in their story because they had one-sided drama, putting you in competition when you was never part of the race, because you was never part of the Olympics. Hold on 1 second. Always be yourself when it comes to your creativity. Healing champagne is not a race, and my content is not for everybody. If you do better, it's only time and change. If you do better, it's only time and change. Elevation, don't dim your light. Elevation, don't dim your light. Take a second to realize at the end of the day, you was never part of nobody's race when it comes to your creativity. You was only getting patient with time and day because God gave you balance and it wasn't a mistake. Wow. The energy is different. I'm very so much thankful when it comes to my consistency. I'm very so much thankful that I didn't need validation to be me. The energy is different when certain folks is not supposed to sit at your table to understand the vision that God gave you that day, to be your authentic self, to love yourself when it came to better yourself, when it came to get mental health, how they painted you out to be somebody you truly wasn't, all because of the felt, all because of the fact they had hate, jealousy, and envy within them. You truly had potential, only was they overlooked it. They try to blackmail you, disrespect you. The spell work was truly real when it came to one sided, when it came to their mission, trying to antagonize you that day. Energy harvesting off your energy because you truly had potential when it came to hold on 1 second, when it came to get strength. They wanted you to dim your light, not to see your self reflection, but who would have knew that God truly still chose you, not to overlook you. I may not make sense to you, But I'm truly not for you when it comes to paying attention. And that's okay when it comes to elevation. How they try to destiny swipe with you, but it was an epic failure. But God still gave you the opportunity to believe in your faith. It wasn't a mistake. I don't want to flow like nobody else. That energy is different. I understand what a miracle looks like up close in person when I lost everything that day. I tried to pick up the phone and call folks, but folks were shortchanging me when it came to my mental health. They said, nah, go to the shelter. You're going to be all right. Only as I got there, it was truly an epic failure. They like, yo, don't you got family? I'm like, nah. This is the type of shit you gotta say. And I don't mean no disrespect, just to get a bed for the night. I wasn't lying. It's a knock at the door, but nobody is answering. It's a knock at the door, but nobody is answering. It's a knock at the door, but nobody is answering. I told you nobody was there, miss. Well, can you go to another relative's house? Nah, I can't. So what we gonna do with you? Can I get a bed for the night? It's a train of thought for me. Imagine sitting in front of a caseworker, telling that you ain't got family at the end of the day because they not opening the door for you. It's not that you burn bridges with folks. They just don't want to love you. They say they got your back, but they there for everybody else but you. They shortchange you when it comes to your pockets. They won't tell folks they had controlling issues when it came to their bad habits. One thing I ain't got to do is lie. I understood what I've been through. Motherfuckers swear they know me at the end of the day, but they didn't fucking know me at the end of the day because they did it. They would help me close. They truly love me. They said I'm slow, stupid, and retarded. Nobody actually knew what I was mentally going through. But they was quick to say, hold on one second, I'm gonna get you locked up. Wait, what? What's going on? It went from one thing to another thing to another thing. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Imagine loving somebody trying to get you locked up. They trying to line you up. Did it have to be physical? You would have known. You had to be there to actually see. Wow, was that a dream or a nightmare? My content is not for everybody. It's not. Hey, caseworker, can I get some help? Hey, caseworker, can I get some help? I'm just telling the story. What did you go through, neighbor? How can I help you today? I just need a place to stay. They was projecting spoke on me in a toxic way. They was energy harvesting off my energy. They act like they was truly there for me. They said they was family and friends, but hold on one second, they shortchanged me. They said I was slow, stupid, and retarded. Only was the hold on one second, I was the only one with common sense. The energy is different. All they wanted to do was take my pockets. They wanted to shortchange me because hold on one second, God endowed a gift within me. I truly had potential, had folks overlooking me because of the fact that it was a narrative that was painted about me. When it came to my past, it didn't live in my reality. And even what he say, she say, got the fuck to say about me. Hold on one second. These motherfuckers didn't know about me. They only went off what they felt like at the end of the day. It's a train of thought for me. How folks forget to introduce themselves to you, but they got so much to say. It's a train of thought for me. How can I help you? No, for real, how can I help you? Like you're saying something without saying something. Do you need a bed or not? Do you have somewhere to go? They projected spell work on me in a toxic way. Energy harvested off my energy. I thought it was a mistake. I thought I wasn't worthy of myself to elevate. I almost got lost in my words while I was sleep paying attention. I had to love me, not to lose me on the day. They said, how can you smile going through the stage? Trauma and pain. Got you bent out of shape. Are you coming or going? We ain't got no beds for you today. Walking these streets alone. Folks trying to discourage you. Got so much hate and animosity towards you. You got a couple of last dollars in your pocket. Only runs the hold on one second. You gave it to somebody at the end of the day. Only for them to short change was saying they got your back, but they had ill intentions the whole entire time. How much money you got in your pockets? You look like money. The energy is different. That's how folks look at certain individuals at the end of the day that look so vulnerable. Hold on one second. You took my kindness so we can try to shortchange me. Only was that God showed me a miracle. God opened certain doors in my life for all the right reasons because I wasn't supposed to go through that mindset, being mentally unstable. The energy is different. When you're trying to heal trauma and pain, just trying to find a place to stay for the night. Hold on one second. I gotta go through all these different types of emotions. We might have a bed for you. It's in a facility that's so unhealthy. Finally got a bed, but hold on one second. It wasn't my number when it came to that bed. Got a bitch all over my head trying to plug up a phone, trying to hurt me in the process. What did I do wrong? Folks like, you need to get your shit together. I'm like, hold on one second. What did I do that day? Trying to figure out my train of thought, knuckling up with a bitch at the end of that's 2 times bigger than me. Trying to figure out my train of thought, pick up the phone and call who? Only to realize that everybody's trying to line me up. How you got a bounty on your head you don't even know about. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it comes to pain. What did you endure that day? Dealing with gang stalking right to left. Folks saying that you crazy, you bugging because you speaking real. Only was to hold on one second. That's all you knew how to do was keep it real. Folks talking about you got so much drama in your life, but that wasn't the case because I wasn't trying to catch a case. I only come across a child of God, an angel. Who would have knew that would truly help me that day? Understanding what I was truly going through mentally. Hold on one second. I wasn't trying to get physical. I ain't have to project pain. It was an even exchange when it came to having common sense, actually having a conversation that, hold on one second, someone finally got ill intentions, let alone misleading you with pain. Another day. Imagine walking into someone's life that crossed paths, hold on one second, for them trying to treat you right. Something that you always pray for was good people without ill intentions. Because everybody from your past had ill intentions. F you, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about you, friend. What? I was never your motherfucking friend. I was trying to line you up. Damn. I was doing shit for likes and views when it came to you. I was trying to get real physical at the end of the day to abuse you. I would never tell folks my hand at the end of the day because you a piece of shit and I don't give a fuck about you. That's what happens when you're a good person and you gotta do nothing to nobody. But who would have knew that God was really protecting you from the enemy when he wasn't trying to hurt nobody? How God showed you balance when it came to common sense that day. That hold on one second. I'm not trying to allow you to lose yourself another day because I'm trying to lead you to faith. That's what I endure within you. And you wasn't the mistake. Regardless who didn't know how to love you or protect you or show up for you that day. Everybody saying they got your back. But the way they was acting behind closed doors was truly whack. That energy is different when God shows up in certain rooms that you don't even know about. And how God was really showing you, hold on one second, you being led blindsided, but I got your back. You being led blindsided, but I got your back. I just want you to know that you worthy. Don't lose yourself. Pay attention when you ain't trying to hurt nobody. They going to try to antagonize you to act a fool. But hold on one second, stand up for yourself because you know the rules. Don't put your hands on nobody. You ain't got to get physical at the end of the day, but speak up for yourself because I got your back. You ain't out to hurt nobody. When you out, you're not out here trying to hurt nobody. Who would have knew an angel walked into your life that day? The right person at the right time. Who would have knew? They wasn't trying to catch your case either. They understood your experience when nobody was there for them. They understood it. Hold on one second. God works in mysterious ways. I ain't got hidden agendas. I'm not trying to hurt you with words or let on disturb your peace another day because I understand you went through the worst. Everybody has a story to tell. I will never be able to fulfill your shoes, but I understand where you're coming from. There's certain individuals that's out here in this world that actually still got a heart for their neighbor. Hold on one second. I'm not trying to break your heart. And it's just different. When you come across somebody that has good intentions, doesn't matter if it's a caseworker, it doesn't matter if it's a social worker, it doesn't matter if it's a doctor, a lawyer, it doesn't matter if it's just somebody that was able to help you. The same way you help everybody else when you didn't have nothing. You made sure everybody was straight, but hold on one second. And he was quick to turn on you. That's why God removed you from certain folks and they would never understand how you truly walked away. Because God said they're going to blackmail you. The energy is different. Imagine feeding somebody only just for them to shortchange you and you ain't have to do nothing to them at the end of the day. You ain't have to disrespect them. You ain't have to have ill intentions. You know, malicious intentions, that energy is different. When it comes to elevation, you show them love, good day, bad day, misunderstanding, they damn the respect went a long way. Well, they took your kindness so weak is when they got the chance to. And then they try to paint the finger at you. They try to point the finger at you like you was the problem when you wasn't trying to catch a case. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it comes to their mental health. They swear that you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. But hold on one second. You truly got it going on when it comes to your vocabulary. You have your good and bad days, but hold on one second. God made you perfectly, only if you knew. They would never understand how you didn't have to get physical when they try to antagonize you that day. They try to go back and forth with words with you. All you did was speak up for yourself when you didn't have ill intentions. When folks try to have control over the narrative that day, then they try to paint you out to be that somebody that truly wasn't the aggressor when it came to that conversation, or because they wanted to walk over your toes. But God says, you know what? I'm gonna pull you away from these fools for all the right reasons. They think they schooling you, but hold on one second. You truly got it within you when it comes to your rhythm. You ain't for everybody, and that's okay, but you not the mistake. Cause I'm gonna show them at the end of the day better than I could show them. I'm gonna show them at the end of the day better than I could tell them. I told them a long time ago to get themselves together, but they didn't want to get their priorities right when they said that at the end of the day you deserve better. No, they didn't. They never just said that. They never said I deserve better. Cause behind closed doors, God heard their conversation. The disrespect was so loud. Man, it was real loud. The spell work was real. Trying to energy harvest even destiny swipe. Folks couldn't even keep it real. Imagine being spiritual even though you were spiritual. The energy is different. But your whole entire life you've been healing people, keeping it real. But that's what God endured within you. That like they can't understand that vision. But when God closed certain doors in your life, it was for all the right reasons so you won't reject yourself. God placed the angel in your life that day. That knock at the door was a prayer. You had your last little couple of dollars in your pockets, you got a little scratch off. Who would have knew it wasn't an epic fail? You scratched off $25. Hold on one second. Somebody walked up to you, said that they was hungry. You said, you know what? I'm gonna split this with you. It's all I got to my name, but hold on one second. You ain't do nothing to me. The energy is different when you have that mindset. Being homeless in these streets, who would have known to been you that day? But you still had a heart for your neighbor. You wasn't doing it for likes. If it was truly your reality, how you stand before yourself today, and God truly knew your heart. That energy is different. Operating out of love still, when you're supposed to have hate. Because that was the enemy mindset to project on you at the end of the day to leave you alone. Paying this person, pay that person, stay the fuck away from you to do you wrong. Imagine saying you love somebody and you respect somebody. But when they get around certain individuals at the end of the day, like, God damn. So then when I get ignorant back, I'm dead ass wrong. But nah, I ain't do that day. I still had a heart. I still respect the folks. But God finally gave me the strength to let it go. Let go of the dead weight that was holding me back. A vision that folks couldn't see was my potential that day. I used to tell certain individuals, not everybody, because everybody truly really didn't know me, but one person. And not really so much. But I remember this day like it was yesterday. I told you at the end of the day, I'm going to be somebody. Regardless when the enemy comes up against me, I'm not going to give up on me. Watch and see. Who would have known? An angel came into my life. An angel came into my life just before I fed somebody. I wasn't doing it to brag. I just knew at the end of the day, true love is really can last. True love can truly last. The unconditional love you give yourself, even when you're going through trials and tribulations to better yourself. They don't understand how you maintain your smile, but you understood what it felt like to frown. Walking in these streets with your head down. Folks like pick your head up. What you doing? You bugging. Someone can knock you. Someone can do something really bad to you, and you won't even know who it is. You was at a stage in your life where you didn't care, but God gave you strength to realize, hold on one second. I'm motivating you to become your best self vision of yourself when nobody cared. Took that scratch off, got the person some food, understood you still keeping it real, regardless of what you was going through. Trying to figure out point A to Z so you won't be in the streets. How folks is projecting spellbook on you so you could truly lose everything. But God works in mysterious ways. They never understood how you still held on to that smile. How? How you homeless in the situation still smiling? Because my heavenly mother, my heavenly father, God never left my side. That energy is different when I understood gravity that day, not to lose me. I understood what a miracle looks like up close in person when it came to that last chapter, before that chapter, before that chapter, before that chapter, when I called on my heavenly mother, my heavenly father, God. I said, if you could just send somebody in my life that's gonna not going to hurt me or mislead me, I'm gonna be okay. Who would have known? One door closes, another one opens. One door closes, another one opens. That's how life felt. Because when God closes one door to protect you, God opens another door not to hurt you. And who would have knew someone would have saw you with potential? Someone was truly watching you and you least expected not to reject you. They didn't have to know you, but they grew to love you. They heard your story, not to reject you. They understood how it felt for someone not to be there for them. Emotionally, hold on one second. Someone truly actually cared. It was a little funny in the beginning because you had trust issues when it came to folks, but who would have knew that an angel walked into your life to be true? He made sure that you had a roof over your head. They made sure that you had a job. They made sure that they wasn't misleading you blindsided because God never removed his hand and her hands off that will that day because God was leading you to the better days ahead. As much as you needed them, they needed you too. Who would have knew? It's truly genuine people in this world that can truly keep it real with no hate or jealousy or envy. Always be yourself. I'm not a G on love respect. Everybody's walk of life is different. It is. And jealousy and envy is real. It's one thing telling your neighbor when they're going left, they need to go right. I don't regret anything I did in my past because I don't run from my past. I don't. But never feel bad for helping someone in the moment of their life where they felt lost. They wasn't able to have a clear head when it comes to creativity or when it comes to direction or order in their life. Never feel bad for helping your neighbor, even when they sit there and plot against you, and it takes a whole community to go up against you. They project spell work on you. They even try to energy harvest off your energy. They even try to destiny swipe with you, but it was an epic failure because they can't take your identity. Hold on one second. You know that blueprint that's endowed with you when it comes to that God's light? You know, when you truly worship God, it don't matter what stage you are in your life. That energy is different. And God truly promotes you to the next stage of your life when it comes to bettering yourself, to truly still help your neighbor regardless of what you're going through, when you didn't have to get physical or let alone go tick for tack with folks that didn't understand your boundaries. When it came to self-love, let alone self-respect, you still knew how to respect your neighbor. You knew how to walk into your neighbor's life and fix their crown regardless of what you was going through. You didn't have to do them wrong. But the first thing they want to do is dig up your past to try to humiliate you, blackmail you, do humiliation rituals to go against you, to paint you out to be the villain. Their story was he wasn't trying to catch a case, but God saw everything what they was trying to do, and it had to get physical. They even threatened to beat you up. They even threatened to unalive you. They was doing a whole bunch of stuff. They even tried to suck at your pockets. But God saw everything. God saw everything. Never stop having a good heart. And I say that respectfully. Never stop having a good heart. Always be your authentic self. I do not wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. And loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Even when they do this to you. They said, you whack in your corner, you are nobody. They said, you whack in your corner, you are nobody. They said, you whack in your corner, you are nobody. But hold on 1 second, neighbor, you truly got it going on. No disrespect, neighbor, 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 neighbor. You man of your word, don't dim your light. Nah, that's a train of thought for me. Just because those people overlooked you and they try to get you locked up to blackmail you, how it took a whole community to hack your devices or whatever the case they did that day, got the neighbor A hustling from different area codes to try to figure out what you're doing, your every move. They hacked your devices. They even energy harvest off your energy. They even try to destiny swipe with you. They even sent low frequencies, vibrations towards you. So you won't understand self-love. They wanted you to become your worst enemy. But God didn't reject you when they did. Because while God saw what they was doing, God was showing you why self-love still mattered. And why God was still showing you to still be patient with you, regardless to what you was going through. God is really real. And a lot of people don't believe in God, and that's okay. And my content is not for everyone. And I do not worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. They didn't see your potential. They didn't understand the definition of a child of God when they said they are a child of God themselves. They only use it because it sounds good. But the enemy works in mysterious ways just as well as the devil. But when God has his hand and her hand over you, they will never understand how you truly have balance. And you was never doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing when you actually was going through what you was going through in the moment. You can't act like it. It's not going to make sense. Always be yourself. Because when the right people walk into your life, regardless to what tax bracket they're in, they see you, they hear you, not to overlook you. And it doesn't matter what your culture is, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. And I say that respectfully because every community is not for everyone, and that's okay. Because when the right community is truly for you, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you with no malicious intentions. They're not rejecting their neighbor. They're not energy harvesting off their neighbor. They're not trying to destiny swipe with their neighbor. They're not sending spiritual attacks, sending demonic spirits to hurt their neighbor. They're not hacking their neighbor's devices and trying to cover up stuff or whatever the case may be when someone finally speaks up for themselves. They're not doing that because they don't have room to do such a thing. When they said that I'm becoming my best self version of myself, I'm getting me together. Why do I look like kicking the next person down when I'm trying to elevate? I want everybody around me to elevate. I don't look at my neighbor like competition. I don't look at my neighbor like a threat, especially when my neighbor's not trying to hurt me. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. It's okay for my neighbor to speak up for themselves. They don't have ill intentions. I have a past as well. And because I have a past, I can understand at the end of the day what healing feels like when folks give up on you. I know what it feels like when certain doors get closed in my face. I know what it feels like to go for a job interview and not get that job. I know how it feels for folks to look at you like competition. when you was never part of a race because you was never part of the Olympics. You know how it feels for folks to say that you'll never get your life together. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views. So the right people, when they walk into your life, they see you, they hear you. They're not overlooking you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. The energy is different. They're not trying to poison your food. They're not trying to kick you down when God's bringing you balance. And y'all both don't worship the devil. Regardless if y'all pray differently, y'all still know how to respect your neighbor. And when someone is truly not for you, you know how to stay in your own lane. Have a good day, neighbor. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Even when they hide behind fake pages, even when they pay this person, that person that was a part of your life at once upon a time to have ill intentions towards you or to dig up your past to try to humiliate you. Never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. And I say that respectfully. Always be your authentic self. Even when they hack your devices, your emails, or whatever the case may be, whatever you endure that day, you matter and you are worthy to the right community. And the right community will never overlook you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know that spell work or they're plotting against you. And they probably still in the background plotting against you. Who knows? You know, it's always somebody doing something to the innocent person. You're not perfect, but you are worthy. And you are worth seeing another day because God endured that within you. And the last thing you want for something to happen, now, we don't will never want something to happen to somebody is for someone to be slaves of their free will, regardless if you like them or not. But that's the mindset that they will project on you. Always be yourself, even when you get lost in your words. Continue to be patient with you and continue to know that moving forward in your journey, that you are not alone. Yeah, they threw smoke at you. Nobody was able to believe you. Nobody believed you. But your heavenly mother, your heavenly father, God never left your side. You are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you. Even if you don't feel the love or respect at the moment because someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey, you matter and you are worthy. You know, with practice, it makes perfect when it comes to your world, you know, being your authentic self, when it comes to your creativity. Can nobody take your creativity from you but God? So when you continue to elevate, don't feel like you're dimming your light. Don't feel like you have to dim your light or nobody sees that you have a light because trust and believe they see. And because you are worthy, the right people will never overlook you, even when you feel alone. I may not make sense to you, but I make sense to someone else. That's truly for me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. And do not give up on yourself if you're going through hard times right now. Do not give up on yourself if you feel alone. Continue to be patient with your process because healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. We all don't look at our neighbor and look at them like competition when it comes to elevate. Hmm. When the right people walk into your life, they don't make it difficult for you. They don't overlook you. They want you to maintain your smile. They want you to truly elevate. They don't look at you like competition because they want you to understand your health when it comes to your mental health. They don't want you to lose yourself another day. They want you to understand balance was an even exchange. How God works mysterious ways. When God shows you why God closed certain doors in your life, it wasn't the rejection, it was truly your protection. How your dreams truly came true. How people could truly be respectful and show you that hold on 1 second. They can truly be genuine and kind and actually understand that your time. And it is different because everybody's walk of life ain't the same. It didn't have to get physical, it didn't have to get disrespectful. You can actually have a conversation with someone without them disrespecting you. Someone didn't overlook you, they didn't look at you like competition. They was far from haters. The energy is different. They was actually saying hi neighbor, not the bad mouth you. The energy is different. They wasn't trying to mess up your mental health. Someone wanted you to live. Someone wanted you to become your best self vision of yourself. Finally, when you could finally sit down and think and realize that you have all the right people at your table, who would have knew that God did not overlook you? The energy is different. Always be yourself. I'm not aging your love respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. Nobody deserves to be homeless, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And especially not out of jealousy or envy or hate. You know, when someone looks at you like competition and you fall from a hater, all you do is pray for them in the most healthiest way. Besides everything they just did to you, you just wish them nothing but better days ahead. But just not in your lane. Even when they try to hide their hands behind story, it was toxic. It was one sided because they try to get physical. Only was they forgot, hold on 1 second, God works miracles. You know, the good God that you believe in, how your dreams truly came true. They would never understand your potential, how you understood your worth. Hold on 1 second, you didn't have to get physical. How you understood your confidence. Hold on 1 second, you wasn't the issue. How that bothered someone's mental health when you wasn't trying to catch a case, but you understood common sense when it came to balance, understanding the even exchange, the pain that you overcame, still be patient with time and day to love yourself. That self-awareness hits different. That self-control, they would never understand your existence when they try to antagonize you that day to get you out of character. But hold on 1 second, not one lie was told because you actually didn't have to wear a mask to be your authentic self. All you have to do is just speak up for yourself, and it disturbed their peace so much because you didn't have to kick and scream or disrespect nobody. All you had to do was just speak up for yourself. They didn't like the fact that, hold on 1 second, everybody painted y'all to be this, like this way, that way, that way, this way, that way. It wasn't wrong for speaking up for yourself that day because God never removed his hand, her hand over you. Always be yourself. I'm not edging you on love respect. Peace and respect, some respect to neighbor. Stop the bond. She money where they don't dim your light. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. Confidence looks good on you today. Yeah, you're beautiful, you're handsome. Don't dim your light. Always be yourself and treat yourself right. It's days that you don't feel like you're the most beautiful person in the room. It's days you don't feel like you're the most handsome person in the room. But never hurt yourself with words. Getting discouraged to hold on 1 second. It was never competition with the next person when you're in your own lane, understanding your own vision and look in the mirror that you are worthy of choosing yourself, regardless who overlooked you or gave up on you that day. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime. I'm not aging your love respect. Have a safe year, evening, day, weekend. You matter and you are worthy. Never allow someone to make you feel like you can't be your authentic self, even when they try to blackmail you, even when they try to get you locked up, put you in a psych board, hiding behind fake pages, whatever the case may be, try to dig up your past. Everybody's story ain't the same. However, they mention your name, the man and woman that you're becoming, they will never understand rotation. God's vision is truly your faith. You walk by faith, not by sight. They will never understand you wasn't trying to dim your light. Yeah, I'm at it. I'm worthy. What happened, neighbor, neighbor? Yeah, I'm at it. I'm worthy. What happened, neighbor, neighbor? Yeah, I'm at it. I'm worthy. What happened, neighbor, neighbor? Yeah, just saying it all for me. Thank you to genuine ones with no intentions. I truly hope all is well in your end. And I am Naya Genuine Love Respect. And I see the genuine ones tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'll be going live, but I truly appreciate the time. And I truly hope that you have a safe remaining week ahead of you. And you matter and you are worthy. Don't ever allow someone to make you feel like your dreams can't come true. Never allow someone to make you feel like you can't love you because they're trying to project fear in you or they try to humiliate you, to embarrass you. Like when God closed certain doors in your life, you wasn't running from your past. So because you wasn't running from your past, certain folks will never understand that. Hold on one second. Not only can I take accountability for my actions, but I love myself. Not only do I love myself, but God actually shown me balance when it comes to not hurting myself. Not only do I love myself, God actually showed me acknowledge myself, not condemn my like get discouraged because God showed me self-awareness when it came to clarity, looking in the mirror to hold on one second. I wasn't trying to hurt myself. That is just different. You know when you hurted yourself enough in your journey, they would never understand you wasn't doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. The energy is different. They saying that you so crazy, but they sitting there taking notes, trying to take it your free will when it comes to your conscience. Hmm. God sees everything. Even when they hack your devices, even when they play with spoken in a toxic way, even when they gather up in groups to go up against you, he was only one person. Who was truly the issue? It's the trainer over me. God damn it. Always be yourself. I'm Naya Gene, love respect. Protect your energy, protect you and your family, and stay out of trouble. You matter and you're worthy. I do not work with nobody when it comes to my creativity. Never did. And yeah, always be yourself. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime, and you never thought that you was better than anybody when you acknowledged to ask God for guidance, to show you self-love, to endure that patience within you. As God was bringing you balance when it finding peace within, when they try to make you mentally unstable. It was one-sided when it came to their math. The lack of confidence, they forgot to go within when it came to their mental health. So they try to project it on you, only while you was bettering yourself. They try to catch you, they try to paint you out to catch a case where you didn't have to get physical when they try to antagonize you that day. You understood balance when it came to self-love. They forgot to realize, hold on one second, what was love? No, it is a train thought for me. What the fuck is wrong with people? No, it is a train thought for me. How the fuck you don't know what self-love is, but you so disturbed by me? The math don't add up. No, it's what you train of thought for me. I never understood this shit. How I bother your train of thought so bad because I understand confidence. Something that you truly like. No, for real. It's the train of thought for me. You know, a motherfucker will sit there and say, I love myself. So why the fuck are you so bothered by me, motherfucker? Have a nice day somewhere the fuck else. Carry the fuck on. Put me in fucking competition with your dumb ass. It's a train of thought for me. Gotta go. I'm Naya Gino Love Respect. I'm ending this video at 8:33 p.m. I am Naya Gino Love Respect. It says there's one person that's watching me right now, and I got 4 likes. I appreciate time to the genuine ones with no one's intentions. I never work with nobody when it comes to my creativity, and I never did. And I say that respectfully. I have my own ideas when it comes to my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God guiding me. And I say that respectfully. One thing I don't do, I'm far from a hater. I actually put respect on my neighbor's creativity. Good day, bad day, misunderstand they regardless if I know you or not. I'm far from a hater. Energy is different. We all not the same. Misunderstood in love by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? I gotta go. Always be yourself. I'm Naya Gino. Love, respect. Thank you for your time. Have a safe evening. You mad and you're worthy. Don't give up on yourself because they give up on you, overlooked you during your journey. Healing trauma pain is not a race overnight process. Never allow someone to discourage you because they having an identity crisis. They lack self-confidence. They got self-esteem problems because you understood balance. How your mother, heavenly mother God, and your heavenly father God is showing you self-love. And you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. You're just trying to be yourself. That's it. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're living fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Peace and respect to neighbors. Stop the violence. Have a good day.